Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. I want to send a special shout out to the YouTube channel Matthew Nicholson. He has done an excellent video recently on Israel's Congress, known as knesset. He has shown the numerological connections in his way of doing it to the United States of America. His methods are different than mine, so I think we complement each other. And what I want to show you is knowledge that he does not talk about, which fits in with what I've been presenting since I've been doing my work in 2013. If you're new here and this is your first video by chance, please know that I talk about the numbers 39 and 93 very often, their significance to this nation, Saturn worship, and what we see happening in the world. I also assert that the people behind these numerological conspiracies, if you will, are Zionist Masonic Jews. And here in this video post, we are going to see a whole lot more evidence for that theory for anyone who's not convinced. Notice the gematria of knesset. Simple English, it sums to 93. Like Saturn, like this number of great importance. United States of America with Pythagorean gematria, S exception on the capital S of states sums to 93. The nation was established in the year 1776, which has a numerology of 93. 93 is a number that comes up over and over in this nation's history, especially when dealing with tragedy. Notice that in Pythagorean gematria, knesset sums to 21, and with the S exceptions, 39. Of course, 39 and 93 are reflections of each other. The current speaker, like the Speaker of House, is named Edelstein. Edelstein with simple English gematria is 93. With Pythagorean gematria, 39. S exception 48. But again, these numbers, 39 and 93. Right now in the United States, it's the 114th Congress. And John Boehner is the speaker. His name sums to 114. So these numerological synchronicities, we find them where we find these Zionist-ran governments. Edelstein was sworn in on March 18th, 2013. That's the 77th day of the year. Notice that the word Judaism sums to 77. In the United States, the American meridian is known as the 77th meridian, or vice versa, the 77th meridian is known as the American meridian. It cuts through Washington, D.C., through the Pentagon. The Pentagon is 77 feet tall, Truth Seeker. On September 11th, it was Flight 77 that hit the 77-foot tall Pentagon on the 77th meridian. Right now, their dominant party has 61 members, 61 political groups. Very special number. There were 61 countries that participated in World War II. There's also 120 members of their knesset, their Congress. Matthew Nicholson, from his video, I just took a screenshot here. He showed how if you rearrange the number 120, there's 6 combinations, and you add them all up, those 6 combinations, it sums to 666. Again, a number of great significance to these madmen numerologists. He's likely right on that's why they have 120 members. He also talks about how their government's structured around 11 basic laws. We'll show how that connects in with New York and the 39 and 93 and all. Before we get there, though, I want to talk about James Madison and how he helped set up our nation of laws. So much coding here, Truth Seeker. On June 8th, 1789, Madison, know that Madison has a gematria of 39. He made 39 proposals that became our Bill of Rights. The date numerology is 39, 39 proposals, and done by a man with a 39 name gematria. Of course, none of this is coincidence. There were 39 signers on the Declaration of Independence. Notice also that this date produces a numerology of 120. 6 plus 8 plus 17 plus 89. just like the number of members of knesset. We said that there were 11 main laws that Israel's government's based on. New York is the 11th state. In New York, the United Nations is 39 floors tall. Of course, the United Nations is ran by this same gang of Masonic Zionist Jews. Their symbol, that looks like a flat earth, is broken up into 33 compartments. Very significant number. New York, in simple English gematria, the abbreviation 14 plus 25 equals 39. New York with Pythagorean gematria, the word sums to 39. Madison with the S exception, 39. It's the Empire State. Empire has a gematria of 39. New York, date of establishment is July 26, 1788. Digit for digit, numerology of 39. True Seeker, from the very beginning of my blog, I've been making those same assertions, that the nation was founded by Masonic Zionists who coded out the nation based on the book of Revelation, the final book of the Bible, the 66th book. If you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11, it sums to 66. New York is the 11th state. Revelation is the 66th book of the Bible. It is based on the first 39 books, the Old Testament that the Jews go by. Revelation is based on the Old Testament. Revelation has a gematria of 121. Look at New York's date of establishment this way. 7/26/88. 7 plus 26 plus 88 is 121. Revelation has a simple English gematria of 121. It has an English gematria multiplied by 6, which equals 726. Notice New York's date of establishment, July 26, 726, a lot like the number 726. Recall, the nation's original capital is Philadelphia. Philadelphia is one of 7 churches named in Revelation. The numbers used most in Revelation are 7 and 4. So much 7 and 4. Think about this nation's birthday, July 4th. Our nation was built on the book of Revelation, used as a foundation. I think with very sinister intentions. James Madison in Pythagorean gematria sums to 42 with the S exception 51. This is just like the word Freemason with Pythagorean gematria and S exception. What I want to point out is what's special about 39 and 42, Truth Seeker. 39 has a simple English gematria of 142, and so does the number 42. New York, the abbreviation NY, is 39. And NYC, also commonly abbreviated for New York City, 42. I just want to show you how these number synchronicities go from human being to state to legislation and more. Very heavy coding. James Madison would die June 28th, 1836 in Orange, Virginia. Orange, Virginia has the gematria of 86, Truth Seeker, like symbol, pyramid, triangle, republic, very important number. Also that date, 6 plus 28 is 34, plus 18 more, 52, plus 36 more, 88. 88, number of great significance. He died on a date with 88 numerology connections, and in a place with 86 connections. All very special numbers. These people live by the numbers, they die by the numbers. Seems to be a Freemason code. The first governor of New York was also James Madison's vice president, George Clinton. No, not the funk musician. Notice that George has that Pythagorean gematria of 39. In simple English, it equals 57. 4 of the first 6 presidents were inaugurated at the age of 57. George equals 57 with simple English gematria. George Washington was 57 when he was inaugurated. Also in Madison's life, he essayed the paper Federalist number 39, and he released it January 18th, 1788, even before New York was established. This date of 118 is very curious. 118, a number of significance. We see it paired with 39 in the company Nike, which we'll get to, and other major dominant companies. Nike is located in the 33rd state, Oregon. Nike's swoosh is supposed to be a ring of Saturn. Notice that Nike has the gematria of 39. Saturn has the gematria of 93, reflections of each other. Nike's phrase is "just do it, truth seeker." Just do it. Just do it has a gematria of 118, a lot like January 18th. What I documented here in this post was that the Blazers outright won their division for the first time in several years on the 93rd day of the year. Something I thought that was quite interesting and very much connected to Nike. Also from the same state, Portland Trail Blazers in Oregon, Nike in Oregon. Think about all of Nike's advertising and their ownership over pro sports. The phrase "just do it" in simple English gematria equals 118. Companies such as Microsoft have the gematria of 118. Bill Gates in Pythagorean gematria sums to 33. He stepped down from head of Microsoft after 33 years. Another number of great significance. I once worked for a company called Sunrise Services. Sunrise has the gematria of 33. Would you believe that their address was 811 Madison Street? This was a company working in social services, but as I worked for them, I found out they had pretty ill intentions. And then as I learned this numerology and gematria, I really wonder about that company. 811 Madison Street? Quite odd. From this past year, Truth Seeker, I just want to show you how this stuff syncs up. There was a protest in Madison, Wisconsin for a fatal police shooting. They had the protest on March 9th. The shooting was on March 6th, 3 days earlier. Makes you think of the Jimi Hendrix song, If 6 Was 9. But just anyway, look at how they have the protest on March 9th. And again, Madison, where the location is, has that gematria of 39. I wonder how many people in the parade actually knew about the gematria and numerology surrounding the event. Hip equals 33, hop equals 39, originates out of New York. Notorious B.I.G. once died on March 9th. With regards to that Star of David, a symbol coded on our money, flag of Israel, and a whole lot more, it has very special gematria. Pythagorean 47, simple English 119. Both numbers of great significance to this nation. Birthday is the 4th day of the 7th month. When we think of 11-9, we will think of September 11th and the impact it's had on this nation. If you go through this world with eyes open, you'll start spotting more things. This commercial was new this past year in the playoffs. Dodge Brothers commercial. They don't say anything about Judaism, Israel in this commercial, but they flash this symbol just right in front of your face. Dodge Brothers. The day I saw that commercial for the first time was during the Lions-Cowboys game, and around that same time when it came back from a commercial break, it was showing the sun over Dallas. And look at how they showed the sun on TV. Have you guys ever seen the sun look like this before? The people that I was in the room with didn't even notice. Luckily, I had the game recording and I went back and showed them. They said, "Oh, whoa, that's weird." You know? It's like everyone in this world is just going through life without even taking in anything right before their eyes. NFL, National Football League, also ran by Zionist Jews, a league ran by the numbers just like all this other stuff. Something I expose routinely. So that's pretty much the message, Truth Seeker. Let Israel's Congress be further proof of who really runs the show in the United States. If anyone tells you that the reason there was 39 signers on the Declaration of Independence for any reason other than its connections to Revelation and Masonic Zionist Jews, that person is telling you hogwash. We need to overthrow these people, Truth Seeker. These are hateful, spiteful people that have wasted and manipulated the lives of all of us. It needs to come to an end. All right, until next time.